no matter what, it's going to come down to a lot of nutrition, meditation, managing your stress, and those are the things that you should be doing regardless of anything else that you're doing on top of that. Let's see here. So remember, use the hashtag AskPapaSwolio in any of the clips and the videos to be featured on the show. Let me zoom that out so we could zoom it in. All right, Papa Swolio, any thoughts or opinions on the difficulty of weight loss and PCOS, that's polycystic ovarian syndrome? I noticed that HIIT training, high intensity interval training, is helping me lately. However, hormonal imbalance is still affecting me, acne, stubborn fat. Any recommendations? Love your content as usual. I appreciate that. Thank you, V. There are a lot of great podcasts out there. God, there's one off the top of my head that I keep on forgetting to link. But have you seen a professional? Have you seen someone for those hormonal imbalances? I mean, it's going to come down again. And I'm not saying the answers are just meditation, the 7 pillars, and your community and your nutrition and your meditation. All those are very important. And what I don't like is when people just resort to medication without having those fundamentals. They resort to supplements. They resort to this extra stuff without having the basics. So does anyone else deal with PCOS here? I know a lot of women feel better when they do more of a higher fat diet. I've heard that as well. That's right. Michelle, my thoughts will probably offend you. She deals with that. I'm not sure her nutrition is really on point, though. I know she loves her Cheetos, but I'm not sure how she's doing now with it. I hope she's doing great. I haven't talked to her in a long time. Everyone's been super busy and, doing their own hustle thing. So you could definitely check out her channel and stuff. She's done a lot of videos. I don't know recently. I know a while back when she started, or a year or two ago, she used to do a lot of content focusing on that. So you can definitely go and subscribe to her channel and also check out her content as well. Let's see. I'll have to bring up. I have to look for it. I didn't anticipate this question. I have to look for the link. There's a great podcast. There's a great episode. I forget where exactly it was that talked about PCOS and nutrition specifically. But of course, I'm not a medical professional. So to just say, here's what you do. But it's also, think about this, no matter what, it's going to come down to a lot of nutrition, meditation, managing your stress, and those are the things that you should be doing regardless of anything else that you're doing on top of that. So I'm curious, the HIIT training is helping you in terms of losing weight with PCOS. Okay, I'm just seeing that again. Any recommendations? Curious as to what you're eating. I'm curious, again, the context that's not here. It's hard when you ask a question, you don't necessarily know, like, I'm curious as to what you're eating and what you're consuming and other lifestyle habits. A lot of these issues that people deal with stem just from far beyond just, hey, this is what I have. It's like, what else are you doing with your life? What else are you doing with your lifestyle? What other habits are you going through? So any other comments, you could drop that down below and I'll read them and share them. Matthew, that's one of the biggest stigma to overcome. You need to do it all for you and your health because mental health is 100% part of health. Most things begin and end in our minds. Agreed. My doctor thought I had PCOS, but it was a monorrhea. Oh, when you're competing, you were super lean. Yeah, when you get super lean, you can skip your menstrual cycles and stuff. Really jacks women up. Yolanda, PCOS and severe endometriosis. I've been going to doctors since I was 9. Diet is the only thing that's helping. Eat whole foods, cut sugar, gluten, and dairy completely out. Thank you for chiming in, Yolanda.
You eat my cookies.
No cookies. Don't eat cookies. Sit and spin. I have PCOS, which I now know are caused by my lymph nodes working themselves to death, so they're not, quote, cysts. Of course. Always talk to a doctor. Yeah, a lot of women, like when they're on their periods, you're shedding blood, of course. So you lose iron. That's very common. A lot of women like iron supplements and things like that, or things with iron in them, of course, depending on what foods work best for your body. But that's very common. So I've heard. So I've heard. Edgy Barbie, I deal with endometriosis. Diet is the best thing that has helped so far. Gluten, limiting sugar, and dairy is a big one. So limiting all those things. So we already have a bunch of consensus in the comments. So eliminating gluten, limiting sugar and dairy. Again, eliminating these foods. It's a very good approach for anyone, let alone PCOS. Amanda A, fish, fruit, and veggie-based diet. A fish, fruit, and veggie-based diet has done wonders for my PCOS. Exercise has been a big mood regulator, and my symptoms have diminished with fat loss. Good for you. Good shit. Yeah. So it seems like getting rid of all the junk foods, right? And soy is also a big one. Good stuff. Amanda, I've noticed my periods have become more regular. I used to have one every other month. Now I'm getting them every month as I should. Good shit. Good shit. Props for periods. There we go. Yeah.
Chlorophyll? More like chlorophyll.
I just ate rice, grass-fed beef, spinach, and a potato. There you go. You're making me hungry. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm hungry. Let's see. Lady Blute. Red meat actually makes the crap stronger, like your period. My doctor recommended me not to eat red meat 2 weeks before my period. 2? Really? Is that true? Does anyone else feel the same way? Of course, everyone's a little bit different. So what works for you might not work for someone else, but it's great to have a consensus and, hear what's working for some people as opposed to others. So again, if you have any other follow-up with that, you can definitely drop that in the comments down below.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children popping.